Welcome this week. We've got Brett Backwell. He's the coach of the Prince Alfred Old Collegians Football Club in Division 1. Welcome, Brett.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, sorry about today, a long drive back for you. This week's games, we've got St Peter's Old Collegians versus Payneham Norwood Uni. You'd think that Payneham would need to really win this to have any chance of making finals.
Yeah, Payneham up and running at the moment, so yeah, you'd think they'd hold on pretty easily.
Yeah, St Peter's need the win though to stave off relegation, so yeah, that could be
it'll be a really interesting sort of second half of the year, back into the year with those sides trying to stay up and a couple of spots still alive in the final, so some interesting games.
How do you see that, Payneham?
Yeah, I think Payneham will get the job done.
Yeah, it's at Caterer, but the other big game, Port Districts are playing some really good footy of late and catching a few people off guard, and they've got Ross Trevor at large reserve. How do you see that?
Yeah, Port Districts are one of the sides I really rate. Had a long relationship with and against Jezza, Clayton, and they're playing some really good footy, so they're going to be dangerous. Once the weather starts to firm up, these big dry decks, that really suits them. So Port Districts are dangerous, and hopefully they get the job done over rocks. How
do you think they can match up against the talls of Ross Trevor?
Yeah, I think they're just going to get ball in hand. Their run and their ability to create havoc with their smalls is really dangerous. So if they get their hands on the footy, then Rocks better look out.
Yeah. There is another big game. It's sides looking for that spot in the finals. Modbury and Adelaide University, but it's at Modbury, tough ground to play on.
Yeah, really even one. Modbury have played some really inconsistent footy. Their best is really good, but the gap between their best and worst is pretty big at the moment. And Unis are pretty consistent. So I think Uni would probably get their job done there, but don't surprise if Modbury do get over the line. Yeah,
especially if it's wet all week. It gets a bit wet up there at Modbury. Tough ground to play on. Another game that, you know, could shape the finals and where they play. And we've got Teacher Gully and Goodwood Saints, and that's our broadcast match this week, and that's at Pertaringa. Gully's coming off a big loss to you fellas in the last round against a bit of a resurgent Goodwood. How do you see that?
Yeah, I think at the moment Goodies have probably got more to play for. As you said, Teacher Gully were pretty disappointing 2 weeks ago. But I think Goodies they're trying to fight for that last spot in the finals, so they really need to win a few coming home. So wouldn't be surprised if they throw everything they've got at Teacher Gully, and probably one they've penciled in as a win. So I'll probably tip Goody Saints.
Yeah, even though Gully's playing for that double chance.
Yeah, we need Teacher Gully to lose a couple so we can sneak in.
And then, of course, you've got that big game yourself at home at Park 9 with Salisbury North. Salisbury North, not much to play for now after they've lost so many points, and you know they're bound for Division 2. How do you see that playing out?
Yeah, I'll probably beg to differ. I think pretty proud footy club. I know they've had their issues over the time, and know Gavin Chappie pretty well. He'll be out to win. They probably can't stay in Div 1.
No.
But I'm pretty sure they'd want to shape the finals. So if they can knock off a few on the way home and do some damage. And they got some really talented players. Kieran Aegis, who used to work for me, Jamie Solly, Clinchy through the mids. They get their hands on the footy, they're dangerous. But hopefully at home, back on our home deck, we should get the job done pretty comfortably.
Yeah, hopefully you're would be hoping to go back to back this year. But who do you see as your two biggest rivals for that ultimate last day in September?
I think the competition's great at the moment. It's so even. If you have a good day, you'll win. If you have a bad day, you'll get beat. And that's probably top 6 or 7. You know, Payneham on their day can beat anyone. Port Districts, as we mentioned, are up and running. Rocks and Teacher Gully. So there's a handful of sides that can seriously do some damage. So if you don't turn up to play week in, week out, then you're going to get embarrassed. So you just got to perform every week. You know, you want to have an eye on the finals and try and finish in that top 2 or 3. But yeah, you got to be careful every week.
All right then, thank you very much, Brett. Thank you for giving us our weekly roundup.
No worries.